Shalom and hello everyone. Hope everybody had a good week. Let's talk about coverings. Coverings. But first, let me say, first and foremost, the Most High Elohim, the Most High God, does not change. He has been the same since the beginning of time, and his teachings and instructions have not changed as well. He is perfect. His Torah is perfect. Everything in it is for our benefit. It's for us to live. It's to give us life. So with that being said, talking about coverings, and I'm not just referring to, of course, this beautiful head covering, this physical covering or my hair per se, but I am referring to covering of for women, covering as a male figure, the man in your life, the covering of your life. And I wanted to say that having a covering is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I know some of you are going to say, well, I'm not married, and I don't have a husband, so what do I do in terms of a covering? So a covering in that aspect, let me rewind back. It's 2017, and we live in America. We don't live in first century Israel. So I know some people can probably think, well, this is how I have to walk out the Torah since I'm not in Yeshua's time. So, like I said, the Torah is perfect, and it was designed to protect us. So in a functional world, the father would be his daughter's covering until she gets married. So in this dysfunctional society, things happen, and living outside the Torah, things happen. So nowadays, I'm going to put it out there, if you're not married, find a covering, find a brother, an uncle, a male friend, a cousin, a male figure. It don't even have to be a family. Someone that you entrust with, it can be a spiritual covering, advice, financial covering, someone who's going to have your best benefit until that day you are married. Because unfortunately, the courting nowadays, oh man, I've seen some things on social media and comments from my fellow sisters that makes me nervous. So having a covering is a beautiful thing. You can go to your covering and say, hey, this guy's trying to court me. This guy is asking me questions, looking for me to be with him, with him as his wife, and so on and so forth. So going to that covering as a form of protection first, and also with that covering, whether it be a potential husband or someone in the meantime before you get married, having that type of covering, talk to him, whether it be a potential husband, and ask him, is Yeshua his head? Is Christ his head? Is the Messiah leading him in his life? Ask those types of questions. Ask him what type of vision does he have for his family? If this man is courting you, if this man is asking you to be with him as his wife, ask those questions up front. You have a right to ask. And if he is acting peculiar with those types of questions, because it's okay to know who's your husband's head. Your husband has a head as well as you. So if his head is not Christ, who is his head? I would pay attention to that. I would pay attention to him if he's resenting those questions or becoming frustrated or asking, well, why do you need to know those type of questions? Ladies, that's a red flag. That's a red flag, and I know in Proverbs it says over and over again that discernment will protect you. So we have those types of, the Ruach is pricking for a reason. Let's just say that, okay? So discretion will keep you. Understanding, will guide you in those type of decisions. But like I said before, coverings will protect you in that way. Being able to go to him comfortably, asking him, knowing that, you have my best interest as well as this word. Him following the word, not just being righteous in that sense, but actually walking out, seeing the Torah in his lifestyle. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I just wanted to put that out there, especially before the sowing season is over. We are headed into winter season. It's in a couple days, but I want to make sure I put that out there. And if men are watching this, also asking yourself, am I walking out as the Messiah did, as Yeshua did? Because he was the perfect man. He was Elohim in the flesh. That is my belief. But he is Elohim in the flesh. He was him walking among us. So he was the ultimate example to walk by. So I just want to put that out there. I hope that blesses someone. I'll put some scriptures at the bottom, of course, to reference back to. But I wanted to make sure I said that because it is a beautiful thing. When it's walked out right, when it is implemented in love, it can be a beautiful thing. And I am truly blessed to have found my covering, or should I say my covering found me. So till next time, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know your thoughts. Shalom.